What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to episode 5 of Curt's Question Corner. This episode I think is going to be a bit shorter. I don't know how long it will take because I have, less questions than I usually do. So just a reminder at the start of the video, if you can get your questions in, that'd be good. But I'll give you more information about questions at the end. So first things first, I need to make a correction about a previous answer. Last week, yet again, I was caught out by a question from Temper. He says, in a year, some months have 30 days while some are 31. Guess which month has 28 days? I said February. In fact, it's every month. Because, of course, every month has 28 days. But there's also a couple extra. So, that was stupid of me. So, once again, Temper caught me out. But luckily, he did not ask a question this week. I did see one, though, which I didn't even note it down. But he said, if I have 6 apples and you take 4, how many do you have, or something like that? And the answer was 4. But anyway, moving on. So from Mr. Shuffles with a Z, he says, lovely question as well. How often do you masturbate? Now, I don't want to make you guys feel bad, but it's about 20-25 times a day. On an average day. So yeah. The next question is from 456 CGM, and he says Celtic or Rangers. I'm not too sure, but I've just always kind of preferred Rangers. There's no reason at all. I don't really care about Scottish football, but always in like the Old Firm derbies, I've always kind of preferred Rangers to win. No reason really. I like them equally, and it's a shame that what's happening to Rangers is happening at the moment because, I mean, I say such a good team in comparison to Scotland. Like they're a good team in Scotland. It's a shame that they're in the situation that they are. But the next question is from Mind Builder, and he says, if you were the England coach, what would your 11 players be? And I guess he means obviously taken to Euros. And I thought about this. Not at all. I had a conversation with someone on Twitter that was similar, but I'm going to try and use that to list this off. I haven't planned this out at all, but I'm going to go off the top of my head. And this is basically what I do. So I'd play it in a 4-3-3 formation. In goal, obviously, would be Joe Hart. Left back would be Ashley Cole. And I'm also going to say some subs. So I'd also have Leighton Baines on the bench because I think Leighton Baines is decent. He's a bit underrated. His free kicks are also amazing. So the two centre-backs would firstly be the beast that, in my opinion, the beast that is Gary Cahill. I think his move to Chelsea was good. It's a shame he didn't come to Arsenal, but I think he's really talented, and I think he should definitely be in the starting 11. And then I don't think John Terry or Rio Ferdinand. I think they've had their time with England, and they should just keep on walking. So I'd either have Phil Jones, who I really like, or maybe Jagielka, or maybe Smalling. I wouldn't be able to narrow that one down, to be honest with you. Then at right back, I would have Mika Richards. I think he's a bit underrated. It's a shame he doesn't play for England all the time. I think he's so much better than Glenn Johnson, like miles better. And I think he should be more involved in Man City's starting 11. I think he doesn't get... He obviously plays a lot, but I think he should play a bit more. So now on to the three in the middle. I'd have Scott Parker. I think he is unbelievably talented and has to be in there. I wouldn't include James Milner, and I wouldn't include Gareth Barry. I don't think either of them are good anymore. So yeah, I'd have Scott Parker, and then I'd have... I'd probably include Steven Gerrard. I wouldn't bring Frank Lampard. I don't rate Lampard in an England shirt. I don't think he is anywhere near good enough. Which, I mean, you can't argue with that. He hasn't performed for England for a while. And then the last one I would usually pick would be Jack Wilshere, but obviously he's out injured, so you can't go for him. So I'd play Adam Johnson probably in a attacking mid sort of role. I know he likes to play out wide sometimes, but he also plays in the middle quite a bit, and I could see him quite easily in the centre mid going forward, and he's got a lot of pace, and I think he's very talented. So the player that I'd have on the left would definitely not be Stuart Downing. It would probably be Ashley Young. although he's dived a bit too much this season, I still think there's a lot of talent that he's got. Then the central striker wouldn't... well, I'd go for Rooney, but I'm guessing in terms of Euros, he won't be able to play for the first 3 group stage games. So I'd go for Rooney, but if not, I'd probably go for Sturridge. I think Sturridge is better than Welbeck. I really like his pace, and he's quite a good target man, even though he's not too tall. So with the wide players that there is, I think he'd be great. And then out on the right, I'd have Theo Walcott, probably. And then on the bench, obviously, like I said earlier, I'd have Leighton Baines. There'd probably be either John Terry or Ferdinand. I'd probably have James Milner on the bench because I prefer him to Gareth Barry. And then I'll probably also have, I don't know, maybe Frank Lampard, and then Darren Bent, Stuart Downing, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. There we go, that's that. It took me long enough to answer that one, which I guess is good. It took up quite a bit of time. So we'll move through the last ones quite quickly. The next one is from MW24 Archie 4 Black Ops, and he says, if you didn't record FIFA, would you play it as much? The answer to that is no, I definitely wouldn't. I've said this before, a lot of the games, I get a lot more out of them, a lot more bang for your buck, value for money when I record. So the next question is from It's X Ben, and he said, who's your favourite player with potential? I'm guessing he means in real life, and that would have to be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think his quality, and I think he has the potential to be 10 times better than Theo Walcott. He's got a brilliant long shot, and hopefully he can perform well for England and Arsenal. The next question is from Flakesters, and he said, who's your favourite championship team? Probably going to have to go for Brighton, because they're the closest team for me. If we're not on about local teams, though, I'd maybe go for West Ham or Leeds, because my mum is a Leeds fan and she was born in Leeds. And then last question is from Sam Flitt. He says, who is the most famous person you've ever met? Now, in terms of real famous people, I don't really have any ones. Like, I have some really pathetic ones, like Chico and stuff like that, but I don't really have many famous stories. The best one I can think of is meeting Jimmy Bullard. Like, obviously, meeting as in, you have to say as in, like, shaking their hand or whatever. And yeah, Jimmy Bullard in London whilst in a restaurant. But yeah, that's about it for Curt's Question Corner, guys. If you can get your questions in, that would be amazing. We really need them. So if you can just put anything in the comments below, or if you want it more like advicey or private, send me a PM and maybe I'll get it answered. So yeah, put questions below if you can, and that would be awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. If we could get this to 75 likes, that'd be awesome, and I'll see you later. Bye.